I want someone in America to come and explain this to me. Wherever you are in America, please explain this to me. I need an explanation. A better one at that. Why is it that when a person, mostly famous people, or rappers, artists, singers within music industry, why is it that when they get released from prison, why do you celebrate them? Why are they glorified so much? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand it myself. For the past 20 years, I've been trying to understand this particular type of celebration when somebody gets released from prison. People who get released from prison, even especially artists, rappers, they are even celebrated and glorified more than those who have never been to prison. Why? I need a thorough explanation. It doesn't make any sense. Some of you know the rapper is a Fetty Wap who was recently released from prison. And what I can see in America is everybody was playing his music, so many downloads, lots of streaming, YouTube, the views, his views start going up. Suddenly there's a huge spike. He just came out of prison. There's a huge spike in sales, huge spike in downloads, huge spike in the fans, huge spike in the people who are playing his hit song 1948 or something like that. Everybody started jamming to his music just because he was released from prison after spending 6 years sentence. Why do you have to celebrate someone who was released from prison for selling drugs? Why? I don't understand it. It's not making any sense to me. He's not the only one. There are other rappers, other artists who were previously released from prison and people were celebrating them. I think Bobby Smurder was one of them. He was released from prison. The same thing, he released a song. Everybody was captivated by this person who was out of prison and now releasing new music. 50 Cent was involved in some kind of issue with whatever the case is. And people just glorify. They glorify them so much. I don't understand. I don't understand why majority of the population would glorify and celebrate an ex-convict. I don't understand it. Especially when you know the reason why they went to prison. In the case of Fetty Wap, I think he had something to do with drugs. Or something to do with drugs, distribution or sales of drugs. And then he was found guilty and he went to prison. People don't think of the number of lives that has been ruined as a result of this person selling drugs. Lives get ruined. Families get ruined. Neighborhood get ruined. So many people's life has been upside down because of that drug that was sold or distributed across the neighborhood. Those people who overdose, those people who have addiction suddenly, those people who stole their parents' money to buy the drugs, those people who stole from businesses, those people who shoplift, those people who did all kinds of things to buy this particular drugs. Why do you now go and celebrate that person? It doesn't make any sense. And particularly when America is a country that always push Christianity, they always push the whole concept of believing in God, push the whole concept of how people need to have a strong relationship with God, going to church, praying. America is always big on these things. Why do you not suddenly give credits to somebody who was released from prison? Where I come from, West Africa, if a member of your family gets a sentence and went to prison, the image, reputation, that family is, their image, the image is tarnished completely. For you to have a member of your family sentenced to prison, West Africa, where I come from, is a taboo. It's an abomination to the family. When that happens, people start to distance themselves from the family. Because that type of information, if it gets into that particular community, that Mr. ABC son was in prison, the whole community will shift against that family. There's a big shift. And when I was growing up, I saw it. I saw on several occasions families whereby a member was involved in crime, was involved in robbery, and then went to prison. Everybody totally ignored that family. And they label the family as something, as if something is wrong with the family. Even if it's just one person that made that mistake in the family, the label is something is wrong with his family. But in America, you guys don't do that. You guys are celebrating. The person gets more, it's even more respected, highly respected. It's almost like a trophy for going to prison. You come out of prison, they get more respect. I think in the United Kingdom, they have a similar culture, because I saw a case whereby one of these drill rapper, or what they call it, came out of prison and he was picked up by a Lamborghini or Ferrari, and everybody was like celebrating, oh, he's out of prison. Come on. That is the bad way to approach such a situation. If somebody come out of prison, I don't think they deserve a celebration. I don't think they deserve some form of recognition. I don't think they deserve some form of glorification. I don't think they deserve any of those things. If anything, their image should be tarnished. Imagine the amount of life that they have impacted negatively in the process of committing that offense. People don't think of it that way. They're not looking at it that way. Why suddenly they become so more attractive because they come out of prison? What example are you setting for the young generation? What example? Because if somebody is come out of prison and you are glorifying that person, what example do you think you're setting for the upcoming generation? You are making the upcoming generation think it's actually okay for them to go against the law or do something unlawful, be sentenced and come out because people will find them more attractive. It shouldn't be that way. It's totally wrong. The culture is wrong. There's so many things wrong about that type of culture. As I said, West Africa, we don't do these kind of things. We don't, even for somebody to be expelled or even suspended from school is a taboo. For you to be expelled or suspended is a taboo. You have to be on your best behavior. All through my life, from young, youth, adult, I had to be on my best behavior at all times. Because I know the family that I come from, I had to keep a good image. I had to keep a good representation of that family. So, please, 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 Americans, United States of Americans, United States of American, come and explain to me, why is it that somebody come out of jail and they are so attractive to the masses? They are so attractive to their fans. Suddenly their music is even hotter than it was. I'm just keeping it 100 with you guys. Tell me why. Is this the American dream? Because I know every time people say the American dream, part of the process or the journey to achieving the American dream, does it involve going to jail? Let me know, because I am lost. Why somebody is getting so much appreciation for coming out of jail? So somebody need to give me an answer. I'll wait and look forward to that answer.